they're still trying to desperately hold on to the narrative, and the narrative is completely and utterly falling apart, which is really good to see. And it is completely falling apart. You can see by the truckers' convoy that's happening in Canada, so many people are waking up to what's going on. The wheels are falling off the narrative, folks. They're really trying to hold it together, but the wheels are falling off. And they've lost faith in government altogether. How could you have any faith in government after what they've done? What this is all about is transhumanism. What this has all been about is the Great Reset. What it's been about is bringing in this digital reality. There's even a talk that came out by someone recently, and again, it was a military talk done at West Point, where they were talking about how the brain is the new battlefield. Think about that one. The brain is the new battlefield. Because of all of this technology, they've got all this mind control stuff, all this frequency stuff, all the things they're doing. If it gets to a point of full-blown worldwide revolution, which it's almost getting close to, now you're seeing such a huge rally in Canada, and it's rippling out around the world, and many more countries are getting on board. The politicians are starting to see that they're losing control. And they can't lose control. They can't back down. They can't just say, oh, shit, sorry, we were wrong, and put everything back the way it was. There's already been enough damage done. It wouldn't surprise me if they do something like cyber polygon, shut the grid down, shut down communication. The revolution will not be televised. If they were to stage cyber polygon and shut the grid down, I'm sure it'll only be for us. It won't be for them. They'll still be able to control things. In the face of all that, something really beautiful is happening. Something really beautiful is happening, like seeing all these truck drivers come together, seeing the amount of support they're getting. So many people are saying, oh, this is a false flag, it's a psyop. Maybe it started that way, I don't know. It's gone beyond that now, I think. I don't think you're going to be slowing these truckers down and slowing this momentum down. The truckers reckon they're going to stay there until things change. And hopefully they do. And it could really spark a wave of consciousness around the world. And that's what I'd like to see. It's good to see people standing up. The problem isn't just the governments in power, the problem is government itself. And it always has been. What we have with these two-party systems we've got in our countries, these are just two sides of the same coin. In all these countries, you have a functional rotational dictatorship that gives you the illusion of choice every 3 or 4 years. You can put a different face on the coin. You can elect a new slave master for the plantation, but ultimately at the end of the day, you're still on the plantation. And I think people are waking up to that, and that's a beautiful thing. They've moved too quickly. I think they had to move when they did because of what happened with Epstein. The whole Epstein thing really blew the lid off what's going on in the world. It was about to be revealed. If attention had been kept on the whole Epstein thing, it would have been revealed that all world leaders are compromised, all of them. And they've got dirt on every single one of them. If they don't have dirt on them, then they don't get into a position where they can actually make a difference. The system is corrupt and dysfunctional to the core. So as soon as you enter into that system, you are corrupted by default, which doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It's just you're corrupted because you're working within corrupt parameters. The reason I see this as a beautiful thing is because of the amount of awakening that's happening and the amount of inspiration that I'm seeing with people as well. It is really inspiring to see mankind standing up for themselves. I'm seeing a really beautiful awakening happening with people. A lot of people are figuring it out. I think they've moved too early out of necessity to try to cover up their other misdeeds. And I think in the process, they've woken too many people up too quickly. And I think that the human spirit is still a lot stronger than what they thought it was. And I don't think that this is going to be stopped, this whole push that we're seeing. I think it's just going to keep going. Don't lose hope or faith in anything that you see, because there's so much going on. There's such an awakening happening. And sure, it's going to get a lot uglier yet. It has to. We're certainly awakening, but we're not winning yet. We've got a long way to go. The battle has just begun.